The Young and the Restless spoilers. The madness of Ian Ward. A terrifying ordeal unfolds in Genoa City. Genoa City, a seemingly peaceful town, finds itself gripped by an insidious darkness as Ian Ward, the unhinged cult leader, takes his twisted games to horrifying new depths. His descent into madness becomes the driving force behind a sinister plot, dragging unsuspecting victims into his orbit of chaos. Among them is Jordan, a woman whose fear of Ian's growing volatility forces her into an impossible situation. With revenge, manipulation, and survival at the forefront, the fates of everyone involved are intertwined in a chilling dance of power and desperation. Ian Ward. A madman's reign of terror. Ian Ward has always been a master manipulator, but his latest schemes transcend simple deception. They border on outright destruction. His mind is a labyrinth of cruel intentions, and he now craves not just power but annihilation. Ian's primary objective isn't merely to gain control. He wants to obliterate everyone who stands in his way, watching the world burn while he revels in its chaos. Despite his sinister ambitions, Ian operates from the shadows, rarely dirtying his hands. He prefers using others as pawns to carry out his bidding. His ultimate prize, however, is control over Sharon Newman. Ian sees Sharon not as a person but as a tool, a slave to his commands, bound by fear and manipulation. Sharon's role in his plan remains shrouded in mystery, but one thing is clear: Ian's obsession with her signals doom for everyone involved. Jordan. A pawn in Ian's deadly game. For Jordan, Genoa City was supposed to be a place of reckoning. Her original mission was singular and fueled by vengeance, to make Victor Newman pay for the pain he had caused her in the past. But crossing paths with Ian Ward has turned her quest into a nightmare. Ian's insanity and increasing violence terrify her, and what once seemed like a straightforward vendetta now spirals into a desperate fight for survival. Ian's latest demand pushes Jordan to the brink. She must kill Sharon within 3 days, or she herself will die. The ultimatum shakes her to her core. Jordan is no stranger to morally questionable actions, but Ian's command is a step too far. To murder someone in cold blood is unthinkable even for her, but the alternative is equally grim. Defying Ian means certain death. And in Ian's twisted world, her life holds no value. To him, she's expendable, a disposable pawn in his macabre chess game. A tense standoff, Jordan's internal struggle. The weight of Ian's threat crushes Jordan, leaving her paralyzed with fear and uncertainty. Each passing second brings her closer to the deadline, and the clock ticks mercilessly. Her options are few and fraught with danger. Running away might be an option, but Ian's reach is long, and she knows he would hunt her down without hesitation. Confronting him head-on seems suicidal, but continuing to follow his orders will ultimately destroy whatever shred of humanity she has left. In her moments of desperation, Jordan considers confiding in someone. Anyone. But who could she trust? The residents of Genoa City view her as a criminal, someone undeserving of sympathy or help. Even if she tried to warn Sharon, would anyone believe her? And if Ian discovered her betrayal, the consequences would be swift and brutal. Ian's relentless pursuit of control. Ian, in the meantime, grows increasingly erratic. His insatiable hunger for destruction blinds him to the unraveling of his own plans. His grip on reality is tenuous at best, and his violent tendencies erupt without warning. When Jordan hesitates to carry out his orders, he lashes out in fury, grabbing her by the throat in a chilling display of dominance. His voice, dripping with venom, delivers the ultimatum. You have 3 days to make Sharon disappear, or I will end you myself. Jordan's fear turns to disgust. Ian's cruelty knows no bounds, and she sees him for what he truly is, a monster incapable of empathy or reason. The thought of being complicit in his murderous plans churns her stomach, but her survival instinct keeps her from outright defiance. For now, she plays along, nodding through her tears as she promises to do as he says. But deep down, Jordan knows she can't go through with it. She won't become a killer no matter the cost. The crossroads. Fight, flight, or betrayal. As the deadline looms, Jordan becomes consumed by thoughts of escape. She begins crafting a plan to flee Genoa City, hoping to disappear before Ian can catch her. But running away feels like a gamble. If Ian finds her, she'll be signing her own death warrant. Another option haunts her mind. Could she turn Ian's own methods against him? What if she found a way to pit him against his enemies, creating enough chaos to slip away unnoticed? Victor Newman, for instance, has long been a target of Ian's wrath. Could she manipulate their mutual hatred to her advantage? But the risk is enormous. Ian's paranoia makes him nearly impossible to outwit, and a single misstep could be fatal. As Jordan wrestles with these questions, her mental state deteriorates. The constant fear of Ian's wrath eats away at her resolve, leaving her exhausted and fragile. The inevitable collision. While Jordan struggles with her next move, Ian grows increasingly suspicious of her hesitation. His erratic behavior intensifies, and the walls begin closing in on both of them. The question isn't if their alliance will implode, but when. Jordan knows she has little time left to make a decision. Will she find the courage to stand up to Ian, or will her fear consume her? And as Ian's madness reaches a boiling point, will he destroy Jordan before she has the chance to escape? Sharon, the unwitting target. Unbeknownst to Sharon, she has become the center of this deadly game. As Ian tightens his grip and Jordan wrestles with her conscience, Sharon remains unaware of the danger closing in on her. If Jordan fails to act, Sharon's life could end in a brutal act of violence. But if Jordan succeeds in thwarting Ian's plan, it could finally bring his reign of terror to an end. A grim future for all. The stakes couldn't be higher in Genoa City. Ian Ward's insanity threatens to destroy everyone in his path, while Jordan's fight for survival forces her to confront her darkest fears. In this deadly game of manipulation and betrayal, no one is safe. Whether through violence, deceit, or sheer desperation, the inevitable confrontation between Ian, Jordan, and the rest of Genoa City's residents promises to leave lasting scars on everyone involved.